Hey, Tiger fans, this is Mark Fitzpatrick with Tiger Cup of Kansas City. It is Tuesday, December 16th. We're very excited. Our speaker today, first-time guest, former Mizzou defensive tackle Lucas Vincent. Lucas, thank you for taking the time to come out and visit with us.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's great, being around a bunch of Tigers in Kansas City. I love it.
All right. You were a standout player on those SEC East championship teams of 2013-14. That first year going in the SEC in 2012 was a rough one for the Tigers. You guys had a lot of injuries. Talk about the mindset then going into that 13 season when you went all the way to the SEC title game.
Going in there, that off season, we just gotten beat up from, going from one of the top dogs in the Big 12 to little brother in the SEC, and we weren't going to take that. We knew the talent that we had. We knew that we cared about each other, and we were going to go do everything we can to make sure that we reached our potential. So we worked our tails off in that off season and that summer, and we came into that season knowing that we were going to do something special that year.
What was the game that really let you guys know that we had a chance to go along with?
It was probably that Georgia game. We go in there, get bowl eligible, beat them at Georgia. Georgia's one of the, no pun intended, top dogs in the SEC. And beating them just kind of really showed us, hey, we belong here. This is our year.
You talked about there was a real family atmosphere on that team. Talk about some of the guys you played with and who you still keep in touch with.
Played guys like Shane Ray, Marcus Golden, Matt Hoke, Harold Brantley, Kentrell Brothers. We're all adults now, careers. Some of us have families, and it's hard to keep in touch. But we shoot them a text, call them every once in a while. It's like traveling back in time 10, 11 years, like never left each other, and it's just it's that bond that we built there that's never going to leave us.
You were highly recruited out of Olathe, North, coming out of high school. Had a lot of opportunities to go other places. What made you choose Mizzou?
Like we talked about, that family atmosphere, just really feeling like I felt like Mizzou was a place that cared about you. Coach Pinkel and his staff did a really good job of letting players know that they weren't just going to be another name and number on a locker. They knew you. They knew your family. You had guys like Sean Witherspoon and Jerron Baston who knew you and knew your family. And, being a high school kid coming in and seeing Spoon come up and give your mom a hug, All-American Sean Witherspoon, like, these guys actually know who I am. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, you unfortunately missed out on the NIL period.
Yeah.
And you look at the state of the game. As a fan, I love watching the games, and I'm fine with players getting paid. I guess I have a problem with the transfer portal and the kids moving, free agency. What are your thoughts about the state of the game today?
I love that players are getting paid. They're making the university millions and millions of dollars every year. But I do think the transfer portal and constantly looking for that next best deal is kind of watering down college football. Because to me, college football is about how much do you love your university and how much do you love your teammates. And I think it's gotten to a point where nobody has that pride of wearing their school's name on their jersey. It's all about the name on the back. Granted, yes, you're in there to get yourself a better opportunity in life, but there's just no experience like 10 years later you were 4 or 5 different schools in your years. Who are you watching on Saturday? Who are you feeling that sense of pride about? Whose games are you taking your kids to? And I think those are the things that a lot of people who are entering the transfer portal constantly, not having a home school, they're going to realize, 5-10 years down the road, when they're showing their kids all the things that they did, they realize that they never kind of put down those roots to have, oh, I'm going to take my son to this game. Well, which game are we going to?
Interesting. All right, we'll talk about what you've been doing since your playing days. I know you've been doing some coaching, and now you have your own business.
Yeah. So I coached in the Kansas City area for the last 10 years. I was a head wrestling coach at Shawnee Mission East, Olathe West, and Oak Park. I now own Just Another Catering Company. We serve
And that is the name of it, Just Another Catering
Just
Company.
Another Catering Company. And I serve people all over the Kansas City area, whether it is, pharmaceuticals, medical, just dinner parties, fundraisers, team sports, anything and everything I can get you taken care of.
Okay, all right. Remember that, folks. Just Another Catering Company.
Yeah.
Lucas, thank you.
Yeah,
Lucas
thank you.
Vincent. What a great player he was. What a great guy coming out to visit with us today. Hey, we'll be taking the next couple of weeks off. We'll be back at the flea market Tuesday, January 6th. Our guest speaker will be award-winning Kansas City Star columnist Vahe Gregorian, a regular visitor to the club. Always has great insights into the Kansas City sports scene. For more information on memberships and activities, go to kctigerclub.com. And we say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
MIZ.
See you again.